Welcome back. We're starting to wrap up our conversation here about the role of traditional leaders as we're in the midst of Heritage Month in South Africa. And we're in Woodmead, just north of Johannesburg. And we have a panel here that's leading the discussion, including Hosis and Kgosis and Hosis, to talk to us about their role. But also we have an audience that's been posing some questions. There's one that's come through on Twitter from Mr. T. Mapanga, who says that Chief Holomisa said the Constitution does not allow traditional leaders to run courts. Hence, King Boelekaya is behind bars. How do we respond to T. Mapanga?
Well, there's a bill before Parliament on traditional courts bill, which definitely will then give guidance and powers to the traditional leaders on how to run those courts. Currently, things are happening. Traditional leaders still continue to preside on that particular practice. And the issue of Kumkani Dalinjebo is a different matter altogether. And I think it has been presided over in the court of law, in higher courts, appeal process were done until to this conclusive evidence. It has nothing to do with the traditional court system. It is a crime that arose in some type of an activity at that particular point in time. So we shouldn't be confusing it. That's why we say even the traditional courts will not deal with issues of crime and rape, because then those are statutory crimes that are elevated to modern crime. The court is more mediating in its approach, and then also to settle disputes. But then any criminal activities, we are agreeing that they must be assigned to the courts.
Okay, let's go to table 4, where we'll find Cecil Lefleur.
Thank you.
Can you just stand up so we can... Oh, and in fact, we've got the camera. That's fine. I was just worried that we couldn't see you, but yeah.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity to ask this question. Given that we as the Khoi and the San are not yet officially recognized as a traditional or an indigenous institution, we would like to ask the Deputy Minister, when will this process eventually be completed, so that we can also get in a position where we will be empowered and supported by the state to revive and rebuild our cultures and traditions that suffered so much under colonialism and apartheid. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much indeed, Cecil Lefleur. Table 15, we'll find Mduduzi Moyo. If you can be very brief with your question as well.
Thank you very much, Peter. Good morning to the panel. I'm Duduzi Moyo from Bilorad College. My question is directed to the Deputy Minister. Where are we heading with African tradition? Because if one is doing something related to traditional, is immediately associated with bad things. So where are we heading with African tradition? Thank you.
Okay, and then Dr. Love is on table number 13. Good to have you. Your quick question.
Good morning. Thank you, Peter. I just want to ask two very short questions. The first question is mainstreaming of disability within the programs of traditional affairs. How far are we with inclusion of mainstreaming of disability, especially in the local authorities, and our leaders here, traditional leaders, what programs do they have in their local authorities in including total inclusiveness of their programs for disability? And secondly, the second one is about the tradition around circumcision. My question is traditional affairs fully relinquishing all its powers of circumcision and initiation to the medical fraternity, which is only looking at the program only as circumcision and leaving out the initiation that could be used for a lot more programs of moral regeneration, moral grounding of the youngsters, and teaching them on how to become.
All right, wonderful. What we're going to do, we're going to take a quick break, and that'll give our panelists a couple of seconds to think about the answers, and then we'll get those answers for you right after this. Stay with us.